Hi, I'm Steven with AlbertaUrbanGarden.ca. On today's episode, we're going to go through pruning fruit-bearing trees, whether they're relatively new or have never seen a prune before. Pruning your trees will help promote healthy growth, disease resistance, and over time, increased yields. Late summer is a great time to prune your trees. Usually the best time is between August or September. There are other times that you can prune if need be. However, I find it easy to do following the final harvest. The general goals of pruning a fruit-bearing tree like this apple tree is to promote good sun penetration and airflow. The time to start pruning your apple trees or any fruit-bearing trees is shortly after you've planted them, so that you can have the best control over the end product and shape of your tree. If you wait too long, you may not be able to achieve this goal. You will need a few tools, including sharp and clean pruners ranging in size from smaller to larger, and if need be, a sharp saw. If you're worried about disease and infection spreading, you should sterilize your equipment using hydrogen peroxide before starting and between trees. Before beginning, I spend some time looking at the tree, visualizing the cuts that I'm going to make. After all, once you've made the cut, you cannot go back. Start by removing any branches that cross back through the center of the tree. Imagine if the tree were a straight pole from the trunk all the way up. If any branches are growing towards the center pole, remove them. When cutting a large branch, start on the bottom to avoid unnecessary damage. Starting about an inch or 2 to 3 centimeters from the main trunk or branch, cut about a third of the branch the way through. Then switch to the top, cutting about 2 centimeters or 3/4 of an inch from the main stalk or branch, and then cut all the way through. This will help prevent tearing. If you have any damaged, broken, or dead branches, remove them back to the trunk or main branch. After removing the crossover and damaged branches, you can work towards other cuts without these being in the way. A leader is what will become the central trunk. In my case, I have 2 that are competing for that right. You can select the leader that looks healthiest. You can either remove the competing branch, or what I'm going to do, train it to occupy another space. You may want to top your leader. If your leader is simply a stick pointing in the sky, you can reduce the height by cutting just above a bud and reducing it by about 30%. This will spur side growth and help the tree fill out. Don't do this until your second year. Downwards pointing branches are easy to spot and generally will end up shaded or rubbing into other branches. For this reason, I will remove them to prevent further damage to my tree. Branches that are shaded on the interior of the tree will never produce well and can be a location for diseases to get established. If you feel you need to continue to thin your apple tree, you can now look for low-angle branches. When loaded with fruit, it is a good idea to have branches that are strongly attached to the trunk and have easy access. Branches that have low angles between them and the main trunk are often more prone to damage and make it more difficult to access the fruit. Suckers can be found at the base of the apple tree, usually below the grafting point. Most commercial apple trees are grafted, as they don't breed true, and the seeds from your favorite apple, if planted, the tree will likely produce a new variety and it's not often appealing to eat. The suckers coming from the rootstock should be removed to promote strong growth of the desired fruit tree. Suckers can also grow on the tree, like the ones on this espalier tree, and should be removed in favor of the growth that will form branches. Suckers grown vertically, if not checked, will continue to grow for all intents and purposes, making a new tree, causing shading and potential damage issues. Following the first major pruning, what I'll do is I'll do maintenance prunes after the harvest every year to make sure that the tree maintains its good growth shape and produces heavily. Trees like this espalier tree may require 2 or 3 prunings a year. However, again, it should not require a whole lot of time. Fruit trees like apple trees are amazingly versatile, and if you're short on space or wish to grow one in a patio, balcony, or deck, make sure to check out this video on espalier apple trees. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate it very much, and I hope you have a fantastic day.